started speaking Catalan between us, and we just like started getting salty, saying "putos catalanes" just because of the fact that we were speaking Catalan. My name is Esther. I'm from Catalonia, and I'm about to be 25 years old.
Catalan is a language spoken in the autonomous community of Catalonia in Spain. Language is a challenging issue here. Because of its troubled history of repression and its strong links to Catalan identity and nationalism, it quickly becomes a subject of controversy and debate among political forces. These challenges can be seen over the course of the region's history, in which Catalonia has regularly surged for independence and been pushed back by the central Spanish government. From the 1850s Renaixença movement to revive Catalan as a living language, to harsh policies against Catalonia under Franco, to multiple rounds of obtaining autonomy only for it to be revoked, the relationship between the Catalan and Spanish governments is in a constant state of tension. Catalans have even voted for independence twice in recent years, though neither has been recognized by the Spanish government. Regular protests and signs of pro-independence sentiment can be easily seen across Catalonia, and the autonomous community still maintains its identity with Catalan language. Esther is a native Catalan citizen and speaker who grew up in this context. She shared with me some of her experiences learning and speaking the language.
I've learned Catalan from my family mainly because it's the language they spoke to me when I was born, but also in school, every language was in Catalan. And with my friends, my childhood friends, we always speak Catalan between us.
In this sense, Catalan is a more personal form of communication for Esther. However, it is also widely used in certain settings across Catalonia.
And in my school, all the languages all the subjects are in Catalan, not in the Castellano one because that we have to speak Castellano, and we have like obligatory courses for other languages too. But like mathematics or chemistry and everything, we study it in Catalan. But it also depends on the government of that moment, if it allows it or not. Sometimes.
The government and politics are one way that Catalan language is managed in the autonomous community. Along with this, there are certain social scenarios that naturally limit how much Catalan can be used.
When it's my choice, like to choose which language I want to speak, I normally doesn't mind because I'm fluent in both languages. But like for sure, if I know the person, it's gonna have a hard time understanding me in Catalan. I would speak Spanish with no problem. But if they can understand me speaking Catalan, then I would probably feel more comfortable because it's like the language that I use with my family and my friends.
Although she is more comfortable speaking Catalan, all Catalan people can also speak Spanish, not because it is legally required or because it is the language of instruction in school, but because not everyone in Catalonia is in fact Catalan and knows this other language.
Sometimes I normally, if I don't know if the person can understand or not, I just start speaking Spanish, and then if they can speak Catalan, it depends. Like we can switch. If they understand Catalan and I speak Catalan, but they can talk Catalan and they answer me in Spanish, I normally switch because of like empathy or something. I unconsciously switch the languages constantly.
Despite being able to speak both Spanish and Catalan fluently, many Catalans still cite their language as being central to their identity and culture.
Being Catalan means my family, my friends, all my personality is, I don't know, like it means my being my home and speaking Catalan too. But also like if I'm thinking about more general way, like how what being Catalan in general means um, in in general, I think a Catalan person, not all of them, but the majority, like the typical probably Catalan personality would be like really progressive or really critical with the central government and with being trying to like make things work different.
As Esther said, Catalan people hold their language close to their hearts and are progressive and critical of the central Spanish government. They just want to make things work differently. The question is this going to ever lead them to complete independence? Will there come a day when Catalan won't be so limited, when people won't be assaulted or treated differently for speaking it, and when the language and culture will be fully realigned?